Hello everybody. In this class, I'm going to discuss about driver manager. Now, what is a driver manager? The driver manager class acts as an interface between user and the drivers. It keeps track of the drivers that are available and handles the establishing the connection between database and the appropriate driver. And the driver manager class maintains a list of driver classes that have registered themselves by calling the method driver manager.register driver. And the next one is the connection interface. A connection is the session between the Java application and database. Connection interface is the factory of the statement, repeat statement, and database metadata. That is, the object of connection can be used to get the object of statement and database metadata. I'll discuss about this database metadata in the later videos. The connection interface provide many methods for transaction management like commit, rollback, etc. Statement interface. Now, what is the statement interface? The statement interface provides methods to execute queries with the database. The statement interface is a factory of the result set. That is, it provides factory method to get object of the result set. Now, connection is an interface. So, con is a reference, points to an implemented object. Whenever we call getConnection, it internally calls connect method on the driver class object, and the connect returns an object of the class implemented from the connection interface. GetConnection stores the result of connect in connection reference and returns that reference back to the Java application. While creation of JDBC applications in Java, we use interface references in the program rather than the direct class names. Why? Because the implementation classes are given by the driver vendors and these class names are unknown to the Java programmers. In JDBC, the above mechanism is called as callback mechanism. And when we use Oracle driver to get the connection with the Oracle database, then Oracle connection class object is created and given it to the get connection. And the get connection stores it in the connection reference and returns it to the Java program. That is, each JDBC driver class either directly or indirectly implements the driver interface. And what are the interfaces we are having in java.sql package? We have connection interface, driver interface, statement interface, repeat statement interface, callable statement interface, and result set interface. And also result set metadata interface, database metadata interface, and parameter metadata interface, and save point. And what are the classes we are having in java.sql package? We have driver manager, date, time, timestamp, and types, plog, clog, etc. And what are the exceptions we are having? SQL exception, SQL warning, data truncation, batch update exception, etc. And while selecting the data from a table, we will get one or more records from the database. And in order to store these records, we need a result set object. And result set object is a temporary object because whenever con is closed, then automatically result set also gets closed. And when the data is stored in result set object, the result set reference acts like a cursor, and initially that cursor points at before the first record. If we want to read the data from the result set object, then we need to move the cursor to one by one records. To move the cursor to the next record one by one, we need to use the next method. The next method returns the boolean and it returns true if the next record is available in the result set, otherwise returns false. And if we want to read the data from the result set object, then we need to call the getXX method, like getInt, getString, getDate, getDouble, etc. And if we don't know the data type of a value, then we can use common method as getString. And the memory for the JDBC objects like connection, statement, result set, etc. are allocated in database server but not in the local JVM. But and by selecting the data from a table, we use either execute method or execute query method. So this is about the these interfaces. And next is the we'll discuss about result set interface. What is a result set interface? By default, result set object is a non-scrollable. That is, we can move the cursor from first to last record, top to bottom also. And the object of the result set maintains a cursor pointing to a row of a table. Initially, cursor points before the first row, but we can make this object to move forward and backward direction by passing either type scroll insensitive or type scroll sensitive in the create statement method. As well as we can make this object as updatable by statement stmt equal to con.create statement of result set dot type scroll insensitive comma result set dot conquer updatable. So this is about result set interface. And result sets are of two types, non-scrollable result set and scrollable result set. And scrollable result sets are again divided into sensitive scrollable result sets and insensitive scrollable result set. So this is about result set. Next is the prepared statement interface. Now, what is a prepared statement? The prepared statement interface is a sub-interface of the statement, and it is used to execute parameterized query. Excuse me. The prepared statement interface is a sub-interface of statement. It is used to execute parameterized query, and the performance of the application will be faster if you use the prepared statement interface. Why? Because query is compiled only once. That is, a prepared statement is an interface given in java.sql package, and it is extended from a statement interface. And what are the three types of statements we are having in JDBC? We have statement interface, prepared statement interface, and callable statement interface. And this prepared statement interface is extended from the statement interface, and callable statement interface is extended from the prepared statement interface. Now we'll see what are the differences between statement interface and prepared statement interface. Statement interface does not support blog or clog data types of the database, so that we cannot insert a picture into the database. That is, in order to insert a picture into the database, we cannot use a statement interface. We cannot use a statement interface. We should go for prepared statement interface. That is, prepared statement interface supports the blog and clog types of columns, so we can insert pictures into a table using this prepared statement interface. And statement interface does not allow question mark symbol in an SQL command. So if we want to insert dynamic values, then we need to write a complex SQL command. So statement interface cannot be used to write a dynamic SQL commands. Why? Because that is, if we want to write dynamic SQL commands, we need to use a complex SQL command. So it is better to go for prepared statement interface. Why? Because prepared statement allows question mark symbol in SQL command, so that we can insert the dynamic values into the database by, by a simple command. And statement interface compiles an SQL command every time before it is going to execute before it is going to execute. So statement interface compiles an SQL command every time. That is, each time before it is going to execute, every time we need to compile the SQL command, compile the statement SQL command like statement interface. Whereas in prepared statement compiles an SQL command for only one time, that is for only once. That is, compilation in prepared statement takes place only once, and then it can be executed for any number of times. So that the statement interface, in statement interface, the execution is very slow, whereas in the prepared statement interface, the execution is faster than the statement interface. So this is about the difference between statement and prepared statement interface. Uh, so we'll see one example here. This is a program for how to get connectivity with the Java application with the database. We use 5 steps. As I explained earlier, we are using 5 steps here. What are those 5 steps? First, we need to register the class. How do you register the class? Using class.forName. This is the driver name, that is com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. Here I am using MySQL database. That is why I had taken the MySQL driver here. First step is registering for the driver class. And next, second step is establishing a connection. How do you establish a connection? Using connection interface. Connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection of URL. What is the URL for MySQL? JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost colon 3306 is the port number for MySQL. Slash JDBC is the database name. And here I had taken the database name as JDBC, username as JDBC, and password name also JDBC. The third step is create the statement object. Third step, how do you create statement object? Statement stmt equal to con.create statement. And fourth step is execute the queries. How do you execute the queries? Using result set object. Result set rs equal to statement.execute query of select star from emp. So in order to retrieve the records from emp using select query, first we need to create a table for emp in the MySQL database. This is the MySQL workbench I am using here. And what I did here, first I created one database JDBC. Then I had created one table here. This is the query to create a table. Create table emp of id int 11, primary key auto increment, and the ename is varchar of 50, age is into 3. Then I had inserted one value here, insert into emp, ename and age. Since id is auto increment, I no need to insert the id here. I had taken only ename and age. That is whatever columns you take here, only those values should be written here. Name is Scott and age, his age is 45. And now, so that I can run this query, select start from emp. Now while rs.next system rs.next means if any next record is available. It is checking the condition any next record is available. Then system.out.println rs.getInt of 1 means id will be retrieved plus rs.getString of 2 name will be retrieved plus rs.getInt of 3 age will be retrieved. Then the last step is connection, close the connection object count.close. Now when I run this program, see when I run this program, whatever record I inserted in the database that is retrieved here. ID's name is Scott and his age is 45. And this is about connectivity with the MySQL database. And next we'll see the statement interface. What is a statement interface? First import java.sql.start, then public class statement interface. Always the control starts from the main method. First is registering the driver class.forName of driver name of MySQL is com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. Then establish a connection object, connection con equal to driver manager.get connection, URL, comma, username, comma, password. Then create a statement object, statement stmt equal to con.create statement. Then int result equal to statement.execute update. Here I am using execute update method of the statement interface. So what is the query I am running here? Delete from emp where id equal to 1. I am performing a delete query here. So now when I run this program, what happens now? The record which I inserted in the previous program that will be deleted. So one record is affected. Now if you go back to this MySQL and You write a select query and check here whether record is deleted or not. Then you can see that there are no records here because there was only one record inserted and that is deleted. Okay. So this is about the statement interface. And next is the prepared statement. What is a prepared statement? Here also import java.sql.star public class prepared statement begin. Always the control starts from the main method. Here I am using a try catch block. We can write the code inside the try block. Then first registering for the driver class, class.furname. This is the driver for MySQL, com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. Then establish connection object, connection con equal to driver manager.get connection, URL, comma, it should pass three parameters here, URL, comma, username, comma, password. Then java.sql.prepared statements, I'm creating an object for prepared statement. stmt equal to con.prepared statement. I'm running the query as insert into emp values. What are the two values I need to, since id is auto increment, no need to insert id. We need to insert the name and age here. Since there are two values to be inserted, I'm using two question marks. Then statement dot set string. We need to set the values. So that is why statement dot set string. First is the name. Since it is a name, we should use set string method. 1 comma tiger. This one specifies the first parameter in the query. And then statement dot set int is the, since the age is the integer, I am using set int method. And 2 specifies the second parameter in the query. 2 comma age is 58. Then int I equal to statement dot execute update. Then system.out.println I records are inserted. So how many records are inserted will be displayed. So now I will run this query, run this program. So what is the result you will get? Column count does not, okay, one exception is coming here. Column count does not match value counted for one. So actually this is the second parameter and this is the third parameter. We will run and see what happens. Okay. So if you get any exception, you can copy this exception and type in the Google and see. If you get any exception, you just copy that exception and paste it in the Google, and you can see that. So what is the error you are getting? Okay, if you get any such exceptions, you can just copy and paste it in the Google, and you can search for the error. Okay, so I'll continue in the next class.